going on, man? It's your boy Kuzzins, and I'm back with another video, man. Looking for my starting, so I'm not going nowhere. We got a special treat today. Yay, 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 yay.
What the dog doing?
We got some new kicks. Man, shout out to the family over at JD Sports. They sent me over these ASICS. This is gonna be the ASICS Gel-Sekiran? Sekiran? Gel-Sekiran? Sekiran? I don't know. Whatever I'm calling it is what's the name of it. I've never had this silhouette from ASICS, but overall, man, just look at the shoe, bro. That green, the way that's just popping against like that more foresty green right here. And y'all know I love me a good color pop. I mean, bam! But y'all already know how this go, man. I'm gonna be rocking these for a full week. So I'm talking in the gym, going to work, running errands, going to the grocery store. You know, that's running errands, but you know, I feel like the grocery store is an event in itself. I feel like I'm always at the grocery store, so I kind of take it out of the whole running errands thing. But before moving into that, I gotta put them on my feet first. I have to see if these are true to size or not starting off. I think they will be, just because like the mesh up here, I'm sure is gonna have like that breathability, the ability for like my toes to move and all that. So I'm gonna go ahead and try these on and see what it's talking about. Let's see. Ooh, okay. So far, so good. Now let's put on the other one. See what it's talking about though. They feel good. So far, so good. They feel decent though. Not gonna lie. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, so far so good. They feel comfortable. I do have that breathability, toe flexing ability because of that mesh at the top. With that being said, man, shout out to JD Sports for sending over these sneakers. I'm not gonna waste no more of y'all time. I have to start putting hours in these shoes. I'm about to put them on right now and go about my day. I'm going to put 72 hours into these sneakers, so I have to start now or the video won't come out ever. So let's get into it. So you've made it to the review portion of the ASICS Gel-Sekiran sneaker. Now, this is going to be a sneaker that was sent to me from JD Sports. So shout out to the JD Sports team, man. They've been doing a lot of dope stuff as far as like Complex Con, teaming up with big streamers like Fatboy Max. So they've really been making headway in the US. I feel like I've been seeing them pop up way more than usual. So again, shout out to the JD Sports team, but I'm not gonna waste no more time, because if you got these in your car, you're like, hey, bro, shut up, stop talking. Why are you talking to me? I want to know about the sneakers. So let's go ahead and start off with sizing. Now, the sizing for these, I thought initially when I put these on, I thought they were gonna be true to size. I thought since there was like mesh at the top of the sneaker here, I thought, okay, so there's gonna be a little bit more expandability, a little flexibility, like my feet are gonna be able to breathe. In one of these clips, I'm gonna show this clip right here and this clip right here. In these clips, I was on a 12-hour photo shoot with the company that I work for, and I wore these shoes the entire time. So I literally woke up at like 5 a.m. that day, and then we didn't wrap up shooting the photo shoot until like 7 p.m. and I still had to drive home, so I didn't get home till 8. So it was a little bit more than 12 hours. I put some hours into these. I didn't even think I was gonna do that. I just forgot, like I usually bring an extra pair of like slides just in case if I like, my foot starts to get a little bit cramped. I didn't think I was gonna wear them for the full time, but I did. So that allowed me to get a real full experience. Now, I will give it this grace. Most sneakers in my closet, they're not built to last and, you know, for you to wear for 12 hours straight. I don't think most sneakers should be comfortable for 12 hours straight. So if you got that sneaker, then y'all got some bread and butter in your hands. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of grace. But when it comes to sizing, I got a 9.5. That's my true size. That is a size that I get whether it comes to like Nikes, Jordans, Converse, ASICS, Saucony, Pumas, like whatever the case may be, across many different silhouettes, I wear a 9.5. I'm gonna keep it real. I could have went up to a size 10 in these and had not if a similar or a better experience. So I think the main thing that I want to point out when it comes to this sneaker is, and I'll get a little close. This portion right here. So as you can see, there's mesh all along the top of this. Amazing, love mesh because it allows breathability, it allows, you know, your toes to be able to wiggle around and do like, have a little bit more space. But this material along this area, and since my toes are gonna be up here where like, you know, big toe here, little toe here, I think this whole front portion should have been mesh. In my opinion, that would have like allowed a little bit more comfortability. It would have allowed for it to be like that. I could have went with a 9.5 and just been completely fine with it. But this material being over, you know, my toe area, it made it really restrictive. So when I was on this photo shoot for 12 hours and like, you know, you start to feel like those pains, like just like with any sneaker after wearing it for a long period of time, I was like, bro, I'm ready to take these off. Absolutely ready to take these off. So again, I'm going to give this sneaker some grace. Most sneakers aren't built for you to rock them for 12 hours straight, but I will say since that day of rocking these on that photo shoot, I am starting to notice like I don't have as much space that I thought I had when I initially tried these on. So I'm going to say, doing multiple sneaker reviews, multiple different silhouettes, I will say half size up in these. And I'm not even rocking these, as y'all know, when it comes to like my sneakers, I don't rock them choked up. I don't rock them laced up. I like to do like a little loose tie. If I try to rock these really restricted, I know I would have needed half size up. So I'm going to say, in my opinion, based on my experience in these shoes, I would have preferred going a half size up in these sneakers. I just feel like, you know, rocking it for multiple hours and then, you know, having that experience, you know, rocking it for 12 hours straight. I think being mesh all around, especially towards like the toe box area, would have like made this just so much better. But overall sizing, my opinion is you would have a better experience going a half size up in these. Now let's talk about comfortability. So comfortability wise, I don't know why I threw that. So when it comes to comfortability, and I'm rating this on a scale of 1 to 5, and 5 being the most comfortable and 1 being uncomfortable, these are right at 3. And I feel like that middle point or like mid kind of has like a negative connotation. And I don't want to say like it's uncomfortable because it's definitely not uncomfortable. And I don't want to say it's super comfortable in comparison to other shoes that I have in my closet that I consider comfortable, but they're just right in the middle. Like you can rock these, run errands, meet up with friends, go on a walk, go on a run potentially, and like you won't have issues. Again, I did rock these for like 12 hours plus one day. And of course, with any shoe, you will start to feel any pains and aches just because you're on your feet all day. But like, I don't really have any place to put this other than like the middle. And I feel like the term mid has a negative connotation because I'm not saying that it's uncomfortable. That's not the point that I want to get at. And I'm not saying it's the most comfortable sneaker in my closet. I don't want that to be the point either. I'm just saying I didn't have any super, you know, spectacular experience to where comfortability was like the driving force for this sneaker, nor did I have a bad experience to where I was gonna, you know, basically just rag on it and say it's uncomfortable. It's just like, it just fits in that middle space. Like they are comfortable sneakers, but if I'm comparing it to other sneakers in my closet that I consider like really comfortable, these are right in the middle. They're not spectacular, nor are they garbage. They're just in the middle spot. So comfortability wise, I feel like they're great if you just want to do like day-to-day stuff. So just run into the store, you know, you may be able to get a gym workout in depending on like what the activity is that day. And you won't have any issues. But if you're talking about, you know, anything past like that 5-hour mark and you're rocking a shoe, you may want to start considering buying another shoe that's like deemed a little bit more comfortable by the masses. But overall, comfortability really isn't an issue. Again, it's right in that middle spot. It doesn't, you know, have the best comfortability, but also doesn't have the worst. I've definitely had worse sneakers that are a little bit more uncomfortable. So again, comfortability wise, they are okay. They are decent. And really just like my final thoughts on these sneakers, they are dope though. Like colorway wise, this is what I look for when it comes to sneakers. It's a bright color, it stands out. Green, definitely one of my favorite colors. Is like in any variation. So it could be a forest green, it could be a dark green, olive green, highlighter green. Like, it's probably gonna stay in my closet for a long time. Overall wear on it isn't bad either. This is just basically outside wear, you know, little darker marks from like walking on pavement. They held up pretty well, and I beat these up pretty good too. So going to the gym, doing multiple different activities, rocking this on a photo shoot that was on a ranch. So like going against different terrains as well, like it held up pretty well. I didn't feel like my foot was like losing footing on different like gravel or like grass or things of that nature. So again, overall experience, like I didn't have a bad experience in these. These are decent sneakers. And again, I want to shout out to the JD Sports team for hooking me up with these. Yeah, these are okay. They're okay. But if you do have these sneakers, please leave a comment below. What's been your experience? Help somebody else make a more informed purchase. This is just my experience, but the more experiences that we can share about the sneakers can help somebody else make a more informed purchase. But without further ado, like I always do, I will catch y'all in that next one. All right, cut it.
But I love the way you work it. Ay, I love the way you work it for me.